In place right now.
Yeah, about 134 million people being impacted in some way from Winter Storm Thor. Well, Winter Storm Thor does have its sights set on Chicago. In fact, snow has already been falling there this morning.
They had snow this morning. They had record cold over the weekend, and they have some freezing rain as a concern as well. So Reynolds Wolf is there right now. Reynolds, the visibility very low behind you. Is that snow or is it more of a freezing rain currently?
You know, right now it's mostly just low clouds the time being. We did have a blast of snow that came through here this morning. When we first got here, you had clear skies. I mean, you can see the skyline with no problem whatsoever. Then we had a blast of snow that came through, helped cause a bunch of spin-outs in parts of the town. A lot of people having some issues with driving. And keep in mind, City of Chicago's done all they can to keep the roadways clear because they've had over 300 vehicles out salting. They've been plowing. They're doing everything they can to keep everyone on top of this. And they've done a fairly good job, but these are mostly low clouds we're seeing. Precipitation is gone from, well, we had some snow, then we had a little bit of light rain, and now we just have raindrops that are falling through. Some of it actually freezing on the snow, making it kind of slippery to say the very least. Kelly?
And Reynolds, you know, cold has been the other story. Obviously, you know all about that, too, with that polar plunge taking place there over the weekend. Let's talk more about our forecast and what we can expect. We'll get back to Reynolds in just a second because I want to show you all the colors on our radar. The purple indicating some of that freezing rain. Reynolds currently in a little bit of a break, but you can see the snow just off to the north in Milwaukee, where the temperature right now is 27 degrees. Rockford, you're quiet right now with just the clouds around and 29 degrees. Whereas we time it out, though, freezing rain going over to more showers. And temperatures, Reynolds, getting back up above freezing. So that's certainly some good news, but I know the road conditions are still going to be a little dicey as we try to do some traveling over the next couple hours, Reynolds.
Oh, you got that right, especially overpasses and bridges. And, you know, and speaking of rough travel, it's not just a Chicago issue. It's a regional issue, especially in places like Indianapolis, where we have some aerial video to share with you. Jackknife trailers, we've had a lot of spin outs and a lot of fender benders there, to say the least. And it basically comes where you have people trying to get from one part of town to the other, or across the state, or even just down the street. And the issue is you have slippery road conditions. That is going to be a problem for so many people, millions of Americans, as this storm lifts up, marches its way out towards the east, eventually affecting spots like Detroit, Cincinnati, Columbus, and then farther up in the northeast. This has got long-term ramifications from this one big system. Back to you guys.
Reynolds, you're so right about that, and this really has been the winter of so many car wrecks out there. Be safe, buddy. We'll talk to you a little bit later on, but right now, Kate is tracking other places that are being affected as well.
Right, we're taking a look at the radar here, Kelly. Obviously, we have some concerns on it whenever we see purple start to pop up in places like Indianapolis, indicating some freezing rain potentially. That means you have very cold air at the surface. You can see that 29 degrees there and in Chicago, but you've got a little bit of warm air aloft, which is melting those snowflakes, and then whenever they come back down to earth, we're obviously freezing. So that's a concern for us. We also have Detroit and Cleveland both experiencing some sleet potentially right now. We've also got a big band of snow that's starting to move off toward the east in that location. Look at the wide breadth of Thor from Minneapolis all the way to Alpena, and then you're just going to keep on across the lakes. We've got a huge swath of snow causing tremendous impacts across the upper Midwest. You're going to see travel delays that are significant. We've even got those blizzard concerns just to the west of Minneapolis there. Look at Fargo. Your wind gusts right now, 39 miles an hour. You've got 37 in Aberdeen, so obviously some pretty strong winds. It does not have to be snowing for blizzard conditions to be present. We already had the snowfall. If we get those wind gusts that are consistently over 35 miles an hour and they don't stop, that's when we start to see visibility highly impacted. We have to have less than a quarter mile there visibility as well. So another 3 to 5 inches possible in Michigan with this, Kelly.
All right, Kate, if I'm going to pick my poison, I'd pick regular snow rather than the blizzard or the ice. That's even worse, you know?
You can actually get some traction in snow. Ice is the worst, and blizzard, you just can't see where you're going. So we've got some bad conditions that are rolling from the Midwest and making their way to the Northeast, as we might expect, right? I just looked at, by the way, Erie, Pennsylvania's conditions right up here on the lake. They went from 10-mile visibility to heavy snow and quarter-mile visibility. So you were talking about it. When it's coming down so heavy, it's hard to see. But all this is rolling its way into the Northeast. It means for a lot of us some pretty good snow, maybe in places even like New York, one of our biggest snows of the season. So a lot of winter weather advisories in effect here across the Northeast, and it's going to go back and forth between snow and then rain. So there's a look at that mix, Kelly, that comes for us here. Generally western PA into western New York, and then we get enough snow initially in bursts of it. I think we actually get some pretty good accumulation. We eventually go over to the mix, and then once that clears out, we go over to a little bit of rain. That'll pull down the accumulation a little bit, but I think still, even with the heavy burst that comes in initially, we get several inches in some of the major metro areas.
So snow, ice, potentially flooding after after all this?
Yeah, because there are, I think a lot of the rivers here could go at least to moderate flood stage because we've got so many types of precipitation going on. Plus, we've got some pretty good snowpack on the ground already. But look at these heavy amounts of snow that we'll see. A solid 5 to 8 inches in around New York Metro and down through Jersey here. Then there's Boston. We'll also add some snow to our forecast on top of what we have, which is just absolutely ridiculous, right? So today, not too bad for most of the day in Boston. But notice what happens probably tail end of the rush hour. We get the snow in Boston, converts over to pink, which is brief sleet, and then it goes over to rain. So hopefully that'll hold down our snowfall totals somewhat, but we're still forecasting about 4 inches in Boston, easily enough to put us
4 inches
over the top
yes.
for our biggest snow season ever. In the Southeast, will all get about a half a foot or more, a little bit less the farther north you go. So a place like Manchester, about 2 inches. And how about a place like New York? Check out this forecast, Kelly. We're going to go snow and heavy snow for a couple of hours. That happens around rush hour, and then I think by the overnight it goes over to a little bit of rain here. But for New York, our biggest single-day snow this year is 5.5 inches. We're forecasting 8.
Oh,
so this
boy.
will be our biggest single-day snow of the year.
All right, Mike, thank you so much. Kate, over to you.
Ooh, well, and it's just 3.6 inches to go. That's what we were just talking about. Boston still chasing its snowiest season on record, and the 20-year-old record could fall this week. That's why Mike Seidel is live in Boston.
Like we need any more snow, Kate. Look at this out here. It's a beautiful day in Boston. The sun is out. That's March sun angle feeling awfully nice. There's very little wind chill, but we've got more wintry weather as Mr. Bettis just discussed. We'll give you the timeline, the impacts, and talk about how it's impacting the Boston Marathon. All coming up.
Can a protein originally found in a jellyfish improve your memory? Our scientists say yes. Researchers have discovered a protein that actually supports healthier brain function. It's the breakthrough in a supplement called Prevagen. As we age, we lose proteins that support our brain. Prevagen supplements these proteins and has been clinically shown to improve memory. It's safe and effective. For support of healthier brain function, a sharper mind, and clearer thinking, try Prevagen for yourself today.
According to the U.S. Department of Energy, most homes have air leaks and drafts that waste so much energy, it's like leaving a window open in your home all year long. Don't let another year go by. Call Champion Windows at 844-4CHAMPION. And right now, when you buy 2 rooms of windows, you get the 3rd room free. Plus, Champion now offers no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. So call 844-4CHAMPION today, because every home needs a champion.
The FDA issued a public notice to doctors and patients concerning serious injuries caused by transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, and bladder sling. Please call now if you had one of these devices implanted in the last 5 years. You may be entitled to a cash award. If you had a transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, or bladder sling in the last 5 years,
please call 1-866-686-7952 now.
You know those neighbors always making weird inventions out of junk in their garage? We just gave them their own TV show.
Oh! Come on, Wind.
I think I just made Mother Nature my bitch.
One man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 80. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally clear. Low 72. Winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, a few clouds early, otherwise mostly sunny. High 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7. Americans, 83% try to eat healthy, yet up to 90% fall short in getting key nutrients from food alone. Let's do more. Add One-A-Day Women's Gummies, complete with key nutrients we may need, plus it supports bone health with calcium and vitamin D. One-A-Day VitaCraves Gummies.
Fact. When you take Advil, you get relief right at the site of pain, wherever it is. Advil stops pain right where it starts. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil. Fact. Advil liquid gels are faster on tough pain than extra-strength Tylenol. And not only faster, stronger too. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil. Available at Walmart for a low price every day.
There's a myth out there that you can't do it all. That you can't be everything to everyone. Well, consider that myth shattered. This is the full line of Ram ProMaster vans and the all-new Ram ProMaster City, built to help you run the town from every direction.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live, everybody. We are watching Boston very closely because right now we're at the number 2 spot, but hey, we could see number 1.
I know, and we're only 3.6 inches away. Look at that. We're at 104.1, the record 106 or 107.6. So the question is, are we going to do it? Are we going to take this brutal season and make it worth it?
Might as well put it over the top, and Mike Siddell, you might as well be there to see it all happen.
I have a feeling I'll be here when it happens, if it happens this week. It's not a slam dunk. It's not going to happen tonight. It may happen on Thursday. Beautiful day in Boston. The sun is out. It's 25 right now. The wind chill is only 17. The March sun angle beating down. Starting to see some thin cirrus coming in from the south. It will cloud up this afternoon. We have some snow coming in after rush hour this evening. What they're worried about now in the short term is March 15th, the big St. Patty's Day parade in South Boston, and they're urging all the residents and the businesses, the unions, to go out and kind of dig out the route. They really can't change the date of the parade because they got so many people coming in from out of town, so they're trying to get the route cleared up, and they're also considering maybe making some small changes and variations in that route. And again, that's March 15th, and there's no way this snow is going to be gone by then. It would have to be awfully warm and awfully wet, and we don't want to see that. Then we'd have tremendous flooding. Kate and Kelly?
Yeah, Mike, I mean, that heap of snow right in front of you is just amazing. But we're going to talk, hold on one second, we're going to talk about just how much we can expect in Boston, because initially, Kate, as you know, we could see a little bit today, but again, as we go through early Thursday, much more.
Yeah, that's when we're really, so you're going to see this kind of first swath of snow happen in the northeast. It's the second one where we're going to pick up some of these greater totals, but you know, if you go a little farther north, places like Lowell have traditionally been getting a lot more snow. Now with this system, it looks like this is going to concentrate itself a little farther to the south.
Tell you what, though, that 4 inches, Mike, let's bring you back. 4 inches at Logan. That would make it official now, wouldn't it?
It would. We'll see how it does on the front end and then on the back end Wednesday night and Thursday morning. The other impact has been on the marathoners ramping up their training February and March. The marathon coming up on April 20th, which is not that far away. They've had to back off on the outdoor training because of the snow and ice. They've been inside on indoor tracks and treadmills, ellipticals. They've been trying to train outside, and they put grips on their shoes, but the bottom line, I talked to one marathoner this morning, and she told me she's done 4. This is her 5th. That has been one of the toughest training seasons yet because of all the changes they've had to make in their training schedule here in Boston. Luckily, there was a lot of dry pavement today, ladies. And the other thing she mentioned is all the narrow channels. So a lot of joggers and marathoners have been pushed out to the streets to train.
I'd be so worried about slipping and falling.
Right, yeah, safety issues, but it also sounds like people who are traveling, who have been able to train a little harder in areas that haven't seen as much snow, may have the advantage this year, so we'll have to see how that goes. All right, thanks, Mike. So it's not just the snow in Boston. We know that you've been dealing with that. You have all of that. We have the whole Northeast to be concerned about. There comes the snow across Pennsylvania as we speak.
Yeah, we've got Buffalo to Erie, right on down towards Pittsburgh, but notice that purple and pink not too far away. So places like Indianapolis where we had snow, now we're dealing with the ice, freezing rain advisory. advisory.
Going down on top of the snow, needless to say, incredibly dangerous driving conditions. You need to make those changes now. You've got a winter weather advisory across the Northeast, but beware because Wednesday night, you get another swath of that snow.
And the heavier snow, certainly for places like New York. Well, it has been weeks of freezing cold temperatures and snow, of course. Simply brutal weather that has kept much of the Northeast indoors.
And the result, cabin fever and winter weather fatigue. Coming up, we're going to tell you what one Syracuse father did to keep his 3 kids, keep their spirits high.
They're 2 of a kind, and just like toddlers, puppies need food made for them. That's why there's Purina Puppy Chow. With all the essential nutrients your growing puppy needs. Purina Puppy Chow.
People that would do anything for golf deserve a store that would do anything for golfers. Visit Golfsmith for the largest selection and guaranteed lowest prices. Golfsmith, anything for golf.
So, as my personal financial psychic, I'm sure you know what this meeting is about.
Yes, a raise.
I'm letting you go.
I knew that.
You see, this is my Amerivest managed...
Balances.
No, portfolio. And if it doesn't perform well for 2 consecutive...
Gold.
Quarters,
yeah.
Then Amerivest gives me back their advisory
stocks,
fees for those quarters.
Yeah.
So I'm confident I'm in good hands.
For all the confidence you need, TD Ameritrade, you got this.
Smile.
No matter how well you provide for your family today, if you don't have life insurance, their future may be at risk. Think about what would happen if you were gone. Would they struggle to pay the bills and face an uncertain future? They don't have to. You can help guarantee those you love $200,000, $500,000, $750,000 or more with life insurance through AIG Direct. We'll help you get more for your money, up to 70% more. Just look, less than $14 a month buys a 40-year-old man a $250,000 term life policy. That's up to 3 times what you can get from other companies for the same price. No wonder millions of people rely on AIG companies. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation. Make the future more secure for those you love. Call now so you can sleep better at night.
For a free quote, call 1-800-521-0331 or visit AIGDirect.com.
You know those neighbors always making weird inventions out of junk in their garage? We just gave them their own TV show.
Come on, Wind.
I think I just made Mother Nature my bitch.
One man's trash.
Somewhere in the Caribbean, there are 5-star luxury resorts where every day is unscripted, where the warmth of the islands can fill your soul, where martinis are stirred, dance floors are shaken, and your taste buds can travel the world. Sandals, the world's only luxury-included resorts, where love is all you need because everything else is included. Save up to 65%. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
All right, troops, it's pest management weekend. Kids, you got the lawn. Honey, you got shrubs. And I'll handle the whitefly.
Pest control shouldn't take a weekend. Ambassador Pest Management will keep your lawn and yard growing lush and green with our affordable monthly service. Forget the hassle of pricey do-it-yourself lawn treatments. It's simple. For a beautiful yard, call Ambassador Pest Management. After all, a peaceful home starts with a pest-free home.
You only have 2 hands, but you have a whole lot of bristles.
Call 1-800-582-1681.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7.
Stay tuned for your Local on the 8s brought to you by Olive Garden. Discover the delicious new things Olive Garden is bringing to the table.
It's back. Olive Garden's buy one, take one, starting at $12.99. Start tonight with our mouth-watering garlic breadsticks, freshly tossed signature salad, and your choice of irresistible entrees like new citrus chicken Sorrento. Then choose another delicious dish to take home for tomorrow, like cavatappi with Asiago garlic Alfredo. Go for dinner tonight and take home another entree for later. It's double the delicious. Buy one, take one, starting at $12.99. At Olive Garden, we're all family here.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under partly cloudy skies. today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 80. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally clear. Low 72. Winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, a few clouds early, otherwise mostly sunny. High 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
There's a live look at Syracuse, New York, where we could see another 1 to 3 inches to add to your snowpack already on the ground. By the way, also a little bit of ice, maybe a 1/10 of an inch of ice, too.
Ice always so scary, and of course, all this thanks to Winter Storm Thor. A winter weather advisory goes into effect 3 p.m. today in Syracuse. Now, the largest wintry mess of the season, it's moving into the northeast, at least for some spots, and that's after these storms have dumped record amounts of snow in several cities, leaving millions of us we're counting down the days until spring.
All right, Reagan Medji is live now for us in Syracuse, New York at the Orange, where, I don't know, are folks kind of over this winter? What do you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, aren't you over it? If you ask us correspondents, I think we're all in agreement. We're kind of over it, although we do appreciate all of what the winter has in store. So we're here on campus at Syracuse University. You know, we'll start with the fact that, unfortunately, the Orange men suffered a tough loss last night against UVA, so that only adds on to the cabin fever. So you have that, plus 2015 February, the coldest in Syracuse history ever since records were taken in 1902. The average temperature usually is about 25.9 degrees in the month of February. This month, or last month, 9 degrees. So for one family, their reaction is cabin fever. They're saying, hey, we're going to pack up, head south, and get out of this cold weather.
It seems like we've been at a stretch now where it's like the overnight lows are -10. It's brutal to be outside doing anything, even for the people who like being outside and this stuff. You know, to be quite honest, it's like you're dying for spring now.
Adam Herringshaw, who works at St. Joseph's Hospital and Medical Center in Syracuse, endured brutal winters in upstate New York his entire life.
Good job.
But this father of 3 young cheery girls reached his breaking point mid-February.
My daughter had a cheerleading competition in Atlantic City. Saturday afternoon in Atlantic City, it was a balmy 55. We were outside in shorts and stuff like that. How was it, Jem? I think that was the tip of the iceberg that said, listen, we made it this far. Florida's not too much further away.
But back home they went to the regular routine in Syracuse, surrounded by several feet of snow and February's average temperature of 9 degrees.
You just scratch your head saying, what am I doing here? We had definitely had it, at least I had. You know, a week later, we packed our 3 daughters up in the car and headed south.
An overnight drive took them from this to this in Jacksonville Beach, Florida.
I think it was a touch of cabin fever, and it was nice to be able to put a pair of shorts on and play some golf and things like that and get outside with the girls.
But soon, these snapshots of their week would be just memories as they had to pack up and head back north.
Coming back, I was in somewhat of denial. We wore shorts literally all the way back. So it was somewhat painful walking up our 200-foot driveway in 3 foot of snow.
Because as luck would have it, Winter Storm Pandora was there, waiting to welcome them home. Okay, so you had the 9 degrees on average last month. In addition, it's been the second snowiest winter on record here in Syracuse, and you can see just by the mounds of snow. The second, so that means about 59.9 inches of snow fell in all of the month. That's about 5 feet. But if you weather geeks out there wondering, well, what is the worst winter ever? 1958 at a whopping 72.6 inches of snow. That was back in 1958. So guess what?
Wow.
Number 2, February this year. Guys, back to you.
Oh, Oh, that's rough out there.
I don't blame them for heading down to Florida.
And now Winter Storm Thor causing a mess again. We're getting right to Chicago next.
Service to aisle 3, please. Service to aisle 3.
Children, I am your father.
We all have a Disney side. And the best place to show it is Disney Parks. So come to the place where the entire family can laugh, let loose, and play together. Disney Parks. Come on, it's time to show your Disney side.
You can't predict the market. But at T. Rowe Price, we've helped guide our clients through good times and bad. Our experienced investment professionals are one reason over 85% of our mutual funds beat their 10-year Lipper averages. So in a variety of markets, we can help you feel confident. Request a prospectus or summary prospectus with investment information, risks, fees, and expenses to read and consider carefully before investing. Call us or your advisor. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
Welcome back. Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze. And he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles that can be applied topically instead of with surgery or invasive medical techniques. And I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. The lines are gone.
Oh my God. Wow. I can't believe it. It looks really good. It gives you a whole new confidence.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $300-400 for this.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself absolutely risk-free. And here's how.
Call now during this special direct-to-consumer offer and you won't pay $120. Today, you can get your own instant results with Fill and Freeze for only $59. But that's not all. Today, we're taking another $20 off, so now you can get this instant wrinkle-removing miracle for the low price of only $39.95. And as part of our 1 million bottle giveaway, Dr. Orden is including a second $60 bottle of Fill and Freeze free. That's nearly $120 of Fill and Freeze for only $39.95. Dr. Orden will even include his MicroPure resurfacing pads, intensive repair serum, and Collagen Lift moisturizer, a $200 value, free. Order now and we'll even upgrade your order to express delivery. That's a $15 value, free. Plus, you even get to try it risk-free for 30 days with our money-back guarantee. But you must call to order. Call 1-800-730-7432. That's 1-800-730-7432. Order now.
You know those neighbors always making weird inventions out of junk in their garage? We just gave them their own TV show.
Come on, Wind. I think I just made Mother Nature my bet.
One man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 80, winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally clear. Low 72, winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, a few clouds early, otherwise mostly sunny. High 84, winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7.
Hey everybody, check this miss out. This map really tells a story. We've got warnings and watches for just about everything out there today.
From the dense fog that starts all the way along the coast of Texas and Louisiana to the flood watch for parts of the across Tennessee and to Kentucky. You've got the winter weather, all those advisories, which there's just a plethora of them. We've got winter weather advisories, watches, warnings, winter storm warnings. You've got freezing rain advisories. You have blizzard warnings. All of that happening there on that map right now. So thank you for staying with us as we try to keep you updated here on Weather Center Live. I'm Kate Parker.
And I'm Kelly Cass. Certainly keeping us busy here at the Weather Channel, of course, as we track our newest winter storm, Thor, the mighty Thor, because it is impacting millions of people all over the country.
And we're actually taking a look right now in Minneapolis. This is one of the spots that has felt the impacts first, just to your west. It's possible we could see some blizzard conditions. We have Chicago as well. That's what we've got our sights set on next. In fact, we've seen the low clouds there this morning. We had snow earlier in the day. More than 400 flights canceled at O'Hare and Midway. That's where we find our Reynolds Wolf. He's there for us in Chicago. You've been there for several days. Now, Reynolds, we didn't have a whole lot of precipitation over the weekend, but the record cold, are people still feeling the grip of that?
Yeah, they certainly are, and you're right, Kate. I've been here so long, I'm practically on the tax rolls at this point. That's how it is in Chicago. Let me show you, folks, folks tuning in across America. If you look behind me, it kind of looks like a scene, if you're a movie buff, it looks like a scene of Dr. Zhivago, all the white, all the snow. You look beyond that, we go from Zhivago to Chicago. See what I did with that? As I step over here, you can also notice you got some low clouds out there that are right over Lakeshore Drive, and although they have had some spin-outs reported in the city, especially suburbs farther back to the west and to the north, road conditions there pretty good. City of Chicago's had over 400 vehicles, right, over 300 vehicles out and about, and they've been putting out salt, they've been plowing, doing all the stuff they possibly can do to make the roads in good shape. Nature, though, is going to help out a lot. This forecast shows, the hourly forecast shows, we're going to see temperatures gradually warming up, some of the snowflakes switching over to rain. That's happening right now. And then, Kate, we can expect possibly a few more bursts of snow later on. Over to you, Kate.
Driving conditions obviously not ideal there. Let's talk about I-80, Reynolds. I kind of want to break down what we've got going on. Des Moines to Chicago along I-80. This is what your transition looks like. You do have some of this freezing rain potential as you go later into the day. Here's what else you have going. See that freezing rain across I-80 into Cleveland? We've got a concern for that there, and then you'll notice that we also have some of that mixed precipitation across Michigan to boot. On top of all of this, look at the timing on this. By Tuesday afternoon, we finally get it on out of here. So travel pretty trickly along I-80. We've had some problems, I understand, Reynolds, in Indianapolis as well.
Oh, my goodness, we certainly have. We've got the aerial video to show it. If you take a look from high above, you can see the jackknife trailers, a lot of fender benders out there. I mean, it only stands to reason. People get behind the wheel. They're in a hurry. They drive oftentimes like you would on any normal day where it's dry. But when you have the ice and you've got the snow and you've got the slush all over the roads and you have the icing on the overpasses and bridges, this is what can happen. So, folks, please be careful out there. I got to tell you, though, in Chicago, Kate, it will get better as the day goes on. Still, airports are going to have to play catch up in terms of all those cancellations and delays, but the road should be getting better later on as the temperatures continue to go up. Back to you, Kate.
All right, thanks so much, Reynolds. We really appreciate you standing out there and giving us that perspective, because it is a mess for a lot of folks. That's why we've got to get right over to Mike and Kelly, because we've got flood concerns on top of all this winter weather.
Yeah, I mean, we have all those heaps and piles of snow everywhere. And what is it really? What is snow really?
It's water.
It's water.
It's just frozen,
exactly.
right?
It's in a state of frozenness.
But it's kind of interesting. We get this just a weird dynamic going on across the Ohio Valley, because we got all kinds of precip that's rolling in the next few days, and it causes some flood issues for us. So you take a look at the radar, and obviously there's snow to the north, and it kind of transitions through Ohio and Indiana, right, Kelly? But you see down here around Cincinnati, you know, you're going back and forth here between freezing rain and rain. But what's interesting is we have flood watches in effect. Okay, well, if we're going to get some snow, you know, we'd expect to have something like a winter storm watch.
We've got that too.
We've got both at the same time, and usually you don't think of snow of causing flooding, right? But a couple of things to consider. We already have some pretty decent snowpack in this part of the world. In fact, in Indianapolis, we've got 11 inches of snow on the ground right now. An inch in Lexington. Our soil moisture is already really, really good right now. And so now we'll add in addition to that, some of the snow that we'll see, 2 to 3 inches of rain. So that'll aid in the melt. We'll get a little more rapid melt. Florida, look at the same areas, as much as maybe a foot of snow. So a lot going on here, of course, when you look at these maps and the forecast totals here. But here's how it kind of all plays out as that front sweeps on through. Initially, it'll be even maybe some embedded thunderstorms in there, but some pretty heavy rain that goes all the way through tomorrow morning. Quickly, notice how quickly we go over to snow. And that snow will be really heavy, thick, heavy, wet snow, and goes all the way down into the mid-state here. So I think even the southern cities that have already had, I feel, a rough winter are going to get it again. All right, Cincinnati, a couple of different days here. Today, 54, nice, mild, not bad at all. It's a little rainy. Then we switch over tomorrow. By Thursday, look at this, Kelly.
14.
What?
Ouch.
But probably by Friday morning, we're going to be around 0.
Ooh.
So we're all over the place here in the Queen City. Lexington, we don't fare much better. Today, it's our rainy day. Tomorrow, it's that transition day. And then Thursday is our snow day. We go from 58 to 18 in a matter of just about 36 hours. It'll be a shock to the system. We were talking about Nashville, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't take much to really cause us some issues here in Nashville. Today, incredibly mild, nice. You've got your umbrella, though. 66 degrees, teens.
Wow.
Thursday morning, that's shocking.
Going over that sleet and snow, and it's already been a busy winter.
We have a couple of inches of snow forecast for Nashville, maybe as much as around 4 inches. And then in Charleston, West Virginia, elevation does play a bit of a role here, but you notice that we still got a mild day today. Tomorrow, still rain for us in Charleston, but by Thursday, we switch over to the rain and snow with a morning temperature right around 20 degrees. So all these cities, no matter how you slice it, we're going to get a kind of, it's going backwards. We're going to get a hint of spring, then we're going to go right back into winter again, and it causes some real issues. I think most of the rivers in this area, in the Ohio River Basin, forecast to go to at least moderate flooding in some instances. So it's going to be an issue.
Certainly something to keep an eye on those river gauges, that's for sure. Mike, thank you so much. Kate, over to you.
95, another spot that we're going to see some issues. You know, we were just talking about I-80 and the Midwest and the travel concerns there. Let's talk about 95 and when you start to see the problems. Now, later on this afternoon, the snow starts filling in across New York. So you're going to see those travel issues start to file on, and then you're going to see a mixed precipitation, mixed bag of that. Look at what happens as you go a little farther north. By the time you get to overnight tonight, the temperature's warm, and you actually are going to see a break in places like Boston. You get a little bit of rain. You're not looking for much of that frozen precipitation. However, that being said, we do have the back end of the system, and that's when you're going to see a lot of that snowfall. I think, Kelly, there's a lot of perception going on with this, that you're going to get all that snow on the front end, but your totals through Thursday morning are going to be a lot higher across the Northeast. That's when you're Wednesday night and into Thursday, you're going to see a lot more problems, and that's when we could have some air travel issues as well, right?
Yeah, you think you got it rough on the roads. What about trying to catch a flight somewhere? Yeah, we're going to have some issues with that as well. Already today, we've had problems with delays as well as cancellations, especially for Chicago's O'Hare. You definitely need to check ahead with your individual airline carrier, but for the most part, we're seeing green dots all across the country. That means we're good to go as far as that goes. Maybe a delay there at Kennedy, and of course, we got the red dot right over Chicago. And as I mentioned, that's where a lot of the cancellations are coming from for flights that are trying to get into Chicago. There's a look at the board as far as delays go. We've got Chicago on the board with 2 hours and about 10 minutes. That's your average delay time, but keep in mind those cancellations kind of a preemptive measure so you don't have to be sitting in the terminal for too long. Kate?
Well, another travel nightmare has been the fog this morning, Kelly, and a lot of it. A dense fog advisory has been stretched across the south from Texas all the way to Florida. Some of those lifting, but the last thing you need in winter is to lose control of your car. Coming up, we're going to put winter tires to the test and see how well they really work.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 80, winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally clear. Low 72, winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, a few clouds early, otherwise mostly sunny. High 84, winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
now makes cookies. Find them in the cookie aisle.
So großartige Autos werden nur in Deutschland gebaut. So großartige Autos werden nur in Deutschland gebaut. So großartige Autos werden nur in Deutschland gebaut. Ach, verdammt! I said it 3 times and it's still not true.
Performance is now an American thing. Introducing the all-new Chrysler 200. America's import. Find it at Chrysler.com.
Attention accident victims.
If you or a loved one has been injured in any kind of accident, you may be eligible for substantial compensation. Don't wait to file your claim. Time is limited. Call now and let a local experienced attorney fight to get you money for your injuries.
If you have been injured in an accident, time is limited to file a claim, so act now. The call and consultation are free.
Call 1-800-307-9899.
Attention accident victims.
If you or a loved one has been injured in any kind of accident, you may be eligible for substantial compensation. Don't wait to file your claim. Time is limited. Call now and let a local experienced attorney fight to get you money for your injuries.
If you have been injured in an accident, time is limited to file a claim, so act now. The call and consultation are free.
Call 1-800-307-9899.
Hey everybody, I'm Julianne Hough. When your face is broken out and nothing you try is working, you feel out of control. I know I did. But now, there's an exciting breakthrough from America's #1 acne brand. It's called Proactive Plus. What does the plus mean? It means more. More medicine that now works even faster, and more skin-loving ingredients to visibly address dark marks, oily shine, redness, and enlarged pores, giving you skin that's not only clear, but bright, beautiful, and younger looking too.
Introducing Proactive Plus, our breakthrough combination of smarter acne medicine plus ultra-perfecting skincare. The results will amaze you.
The results were crazy incredible. My skin was getting brighter, my breakouts were clearing up. I don't think my skin has ever looked this good.
It's the best Proactive ever, and the buzz is off the charts.
I love Proactive Plus. My pores look smaller now, way smaller, and my skin feels velvety, smooth, and moisturized.
Proactive Plus gives you one solution, so many amazing results. Acne medicine and skincare this good could cost over $200. But call now and get Proactive Plus not for $200, not $100, but for the special introductory price of just $19.95. And if you order now, you get free shipping.
You deserve to feel confident with skin that's more beautiful than you ever dreamed possible. And now you can with Proactive Plus.
Act fast and call 1-800-382-0753 to receive a deluxe trio. They're the doctor's special extras for gorgeous skin. Yours free. Imagine all this, a $105 value for the limited introductory price of just $19.95.
Proactive Plus really is awesome. It really does work.
Guaranteed to give you clear, flawless looking skin or your money back. Call 1-800-382-0753 now.
We are so glad you could join us here on Weather Center Live. And if you're watching us from Oklahoma City this morning, we've got some low clouds hanging out over your city. Temperature 42 degrees. Visibility not terrible. We've seen worse, but we do have everything in your forecast. We've got the rain, the snow, and everything in between as well. So we are definitely keeping a close eye on not just Oklahoma, but a lot of places that could be experiencing some tough driving conditions out there, Kate.
Right. A lot of these interstates, but it's not just those. We say the interstate, but Kelly, we mean going to the grocery store, getting your kids to school. You know, those back roads can sometimes be a little more treacherous. So if you live in or around I-40, near or around, let's go ahead and give you your forecast for that, because you've got a lot of rain right now. You're going to see the showers off and on along I-40 if you're traveling from Oklahoma City to Memphis. Some heavier downpours anticipated as we get through the overnight hours tonight. So heading into your Thursday morning, we could see some additional concerns. Look at what happens. That cold air starts to intrude, and we start to see that changeover first happen in Oklahoma City. We get some freezing rain potentially stretching spreading into Kentucky. As we get into Tennessee later into the day on Wednesday, that's when we start to see some of that freezing rain as well. Places like Little Rock in Arkansas, another place where you could see freezing rain accumulating on your windshields, on the roads, making things incredibly treacherous very, very quickly. So that's going to be our concern there. We've got some snow, of course, in the mix behind that. So that's going to be on top of the ice. And Kelly, that's a really scary thing because we're going to see that transition happen so quickly.
That's right. In fact, we're going to go down toward the south now, Cape, where fog has been a problem as well. Take a look. A lot of southeastern cities. We're talking Dallas around 8 o'clock this morning. The worst of it hanging along the Gulf Coast, though, and some cities seeing visibility at less than a mile, even down to 0 in some cases. Dense fog advisories have pretty much expired for a lot of the area, but you still got to be careful. Some of it still pretty patchy and could be thick in some areas. Let's take a live look at Houston right now, where it was another pea soup kind of morning for you. How's your pea soup for breakfast? Dense fog advisories there, and yeah, we definitely had visibility down to about 1/8 of a mile. You could barely see right in front of you, and that's why it's so important to slow it down on the roadways. Give yourself plenty of distance between you and the guy in front of you, because you may not be able to see the person in front of you, right, when you're driving through thick fog like that.
Exactly. So this is what it looked like this morning with those visibilities. They did improve as we went later into the morning, but in Jackson, we had less than a mile. New Orleans, we had 1/8 of a mile. There's that improvement, though. You get the sun coming up, you see that fog mixing out, and so Dallas, you're up to a whopping 2 miles. How's that sound?
Houston, we have a problem though with that 1/8 of a mile visibility still, but New Orleans, we've got the showers. That also helps to kind of mix up the fog and get that out of here.
How about that temperature drop? What do you think about that, New Orleans?
Ooh, let's take a live look there, where, of course, the dense fog advisory lifted not too long ago, and you're going to have plenty of clouds, but I got to love those temperatures in the mid-70s, but it does look like the rain is going to be sticking around for the rest of the week. And, Kate, you mentioned it. It is going to be cooling down for them as well.
Significantly, a 33-degree drop in temperatures for your highs from Wednesday to Thursday.
Big difference.
So, obviously, we've got a big old change, and then you put that in there, you've got, so I know that it's kind of rainy out there right now, but at least it's in the 70s. We're taking our little blessings today.
Yeah,
Kelly, we
take
got
what you got. Glass half full, right? We're going to fill up those glasses, though, at least the rain gauges across the Tennessee Valley down toward the southeast with some heavy rain at times. Nashville to the Gulf Coast. Nashville, we go over to that wintry mix Thursday, and you see that purple even down into portions of Alabama and Mississippi.
Right. If you get into Birmingham and you add some ice, we know that it is an incredibly dangerous situation, so we're concerned about the freezing rain there. But flood concerns across portions of Tennessee and into Kentucky, 3 to 5 inches through Thursday. That soil cannot absorb that much water that quickly.
Yeah, and we've got that snowpack on the ground too. That's just going to exacerbate the problem there. Atlanta, less than 1 inch overall, but a dismal forecast. We got to say it, right?
I mean, at least we can still maybe have lunch outside tomorrow. Kelly, I'll meet you out on the patio.
Sounds good.
I'll stay inside on Thursday. How's that sound?
I know, right? Temperatures come crashing back down again.
I'll be bundled up. Rain or snow, Winter Storm Thor is going to have everything for you.
And Mike Bettis, he's coming up next. He's going to break it all down for you in a very fascinating way, right, Mike?
That is right. So a place like New York City, we're going to see everything, but how the temperatures above our head affect what falls at our feet. It's all coming up next right here on Weather Center Live.
Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Theraflu medicine breaks you free from your worst cold and flu symptoms. It has the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion.
Okay, guys, it's getting late. You gotta hit the road.
Millions of people count on the Weather Channel.
Good morning, guys. Let's get the live shot set up.
That's why the Weather Channel counts on Theraflu products. Theraflu, serious power.
I love my Meta Health Bars because when nutritious tastes this delicious, I don't miss the other stuff.
Meta Health Bars help promote heart health. Experience the Meta effect with our multi-health wellness line.
Doug, you've been staring at that for a while, huh? Listen, TD Ameritrade has former floor traders to help walk you through that complex trade, so you'll be confident enough to do what you want. I'll pull up their number. Blammo. Let's get those guys on the horn. Ooh. Looks like it is time to upgrade your phone, Douglas.
For all the confidence you need, TD Ameritrade. You got this.
Atlantic Beach, Florida.
Oh, love it.
Houma, Louisiana.
Oh, fantastic food. Carefree, Arkansas.
Been there.
Looneyville, Texas.
Done that. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Phil and I go way back. Love that little animal.
Weekday mornings, Jim Cantori, Sam Champion, and Jennifer Delgado on AMHQ, starting at 7.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here, and that's just Sam.
Weekday mornings at 7, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 80. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally clear. Low 72. Winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, a few clouds early, otherwise mostly sunny. High 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
I'm a Weight Watchers coach. All of us have lost weight with Weight Watchers and are now helping other people do the same.
Log into your computer or your phone at any time and you can chat with me.
You're not alone, and you can do it. I know you can do it because I did it.
Join for free today at WeightWatchers.com.
Introducing new Flonase Allergy Relief Nasal Spray. Now available over the counter in full prescription strength. When we breathe in allergens, our bodies react by overproducing 6 key inflammatory substances that cause our symptoms. The leading allergy pill only controls 1. Flonase controls 6. And 6 is greater than 1. Flonase, the 24-hour relief that outperforms the #1 allergy pill. So go ahead, inhale life. New Flonase. 6 is greater than 1. This changes everything.
Smile.
No matter how well you provide for your family today, if you don't have life insurance, their future may be at risk. Think about what would happen if you were gone. Would they struggle to pay the bills and face an uncertain future? They don't have to. You can help guarantee those you love $200,000, $500,000, $750,000 or more with life insurance through AIG Direct. We'll help you get more for your money, up to 70% more. Just look, less than $14 a month buys a 40-year-old man a $250,000 term life policy. That's up to 3 times what you can get from other companies for the same price. No wonder millions of people rely on AIG companies. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation. Make the future more secure for those you love. Call now so you can...
It makes me happy to go on the computer. I like feeling smart.
Internet Essentials from Comcast has brought low-cost internet access to over 1.4 million low-income people at home.
Internet Essentials help me progress in my schoolwork. It helped my grades move higher.
Today, it's the largest broadband adoption program in America.
It helped me a lot.
Comcast NBC Universal, helping to bridge the digital divide.
Upon their arrival at Sandals, John and Susan realized they forgot their wallets. What are they going to do? Absolutely everything. At Sandals, your wallet gets a vacation too, because it's all included, all unlimited, all the time. Sandals, more quality inclusions than any other resorts on the planet. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
Offer on the litter robot, the right way to go.
This March, one man's trash, this is perfect, is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Well, check this out. This is a time-lapse video from the pier at Huntington Beach yesterday. Just watch. Here it comes. Woo! It looks like snow coating the beach, but it's not. It's hail. And again, the dark clouds roll in. The beach gets blanketed with those hailstones. It was the beginning of Winter Storm Thor, which also brought thunder and lightning to the area. But you guys, I think most of all, Olaf from Frozen is really happy.
Oh, man.
Did they make him in Hollywood? Did they make him in Southern California?
They were actually making little snowmen out there on the beach in Southern California out of the hailstones.
I saw some folks out there, they're getting ready to go surf, and they were like stretching. They had their blanket out on the hail.
They had the lids. Wild. The kids were like sledding on the beach.
Stuff for
Very
sure.
cool. Well, we're going to have some wild weather here in the Northeast, so we're going to talk specifically about the environment and how we're going to go through a range of precipitation.
Yeah, a lot of different things are going to happen in some of our Northeast cities over the course of a short period of time. So from snow to a mix over to rain. So a lot of things happening here, and this is a look at our temperatures currently. And obviously, if it were to fall from the clouds right now, it'd be all snow. Temperatures are in the 20s for just about everybody here, right? But you take a look at the radar. Nothing's quite there just yet. So we've got to moisten up the atmosphere some. We're doing that in from Pennsylvania, bring in a little bit of snow. But I'm going to take you a look at New York. I'm going to show you the vertical temperature profile here. So we get these from our weather balloons that are launched by the National Weather Service. They do this twice a day, and it kind of pings the temperature as that helium balloon rises through the atmosphere. So you take a look at this morning sounding, as we call it, and the temperature, this line right here, this vertical line is the 32-degree line, so that's the freezing line. And notice that the balloon this morning registered all the way through the atmosphere from basically the surface through about 12,000 feet, everything below freezing. Well below freezing, you know, temperatures here in the teens and 20s. So in this instance, this would be all snow, okay? Now we go through this afternoon because we can forecast this through time. Still cold, way up in the atmosphere, up here in the clouds, and still cold all the way down toward the surface where the temperatures are in the upper 20s, right? Well, let's take you to Wednesday overnight. Now notice how it really begins to warm here in the middle of the atmosphere into the mid-40s and stays above freezing all the way down here to the surface where we are. In this instance, it looks like it then turns over to all rain. So let me show you the forecast here in New York. Plays out exactly how the forecast soundings model it, okay? Temperatures below freezing, it's snow. Then we convert over as the temperatures gradually begin to warm through the atmosphere. And by midnight, we're at rain, Kelly.
Oh, very cool stuff, watching those temperatures rise. And Kate, I think a lot of us want to see those temperatures keep on rising.
We're all the way into spring, I think, because the snow and ice around the country have made some really dangerous driving conditions for millions of you this winter. The Weather Channel's Scott Newell headed north and discovered that when it comes to your tires, it's time to get a grip.
Out of control. It's that terrible, helpless feeling when you can't even keep your car on the road. But while most drivers in the U.S. use all-season tires in the winter, in Quebec, they have a law designed for winter safety.
You must drive with your car equipped with winter tires.
Winter tires are designed specifically for cold weather, while so-called all-season tires start to lose their traction when the temperature goes below 44 degrees.
To me, it's the wrong word. It shouldn't be called a four-season tire or all-season. It should be called three-season because really, it's not designed for winter conditions.
So, they say winter tires can be lifesavers, but we wanted to find out for ourselves how much of a difference they can make on this icy, snowy skid pad. All right, here's the test. Two identical cars. This one with all-season tires, this one with winter tires. They're going to go the same speed, brake at the same point, and we're going to see which one stops in the shortest distance. So, let's go. Professional drivers, both in all-wheel drive cars. Their speed is about 30 miles an hour when they hit the brakes. And the difference is stunning. The car without the winter tires just keeps going. Here's why.
In the four-season tire, you will see that the blocks are bigger and to get more traction on dry pavement. And also, they are built to evacuate water. That's what they were built for.
The winter tire's tread is designed for better traction on snow, but it's the rubber that's key.
The compound of the winter tire has been engineered to stay soft so that it doesn't freeze on you and you get better traction all the time.
Yes, they're an added cost, but that extra margin of safety is something to consider, especially if we keep having winters like this. For the Weather Channel near Montreal, Quebec, I'm Scott Newell.
Oh man, good tires, good investment, definitely a necessity if you're driving around the Midwest today as Winter Storm Thor is bringing that wintry mix.
Yeah, in the freezing rain, the sleet, all of that is going to move east. Plus, we've got live coverage with detailed timing for Chicago. That's coming back in 60 seconds. Stay with us.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 80. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally clear. Low 72. Winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, a few clouds early, otherwise mostly sunny. High 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
So much for joining us today on Weather Center Live. I'm Kelly Cass.
And I'm Kate Parker. Winter Storm Thor causing some travel problems in the Midwest, and dangerous conditions are going to persist through your day.
It's only going to get worse before it gets better as we go through the day. We're going to check in with Mike Bettis in just a few minutes, who's tracking out the storm. But first, take a look at just how far-reaching this storm is.
This is remarkable. Nearly 135 million people, Kelly, 135 million under some type of an alert right now, whether that's a winter weather advisory, whether it's a winter storm warning, whether it's a freezing rain advisory, a fog advisory. We have so much going on with Winter Storm Thor.
Blizzard warnings, too, in parts of Minnesota.
Just to add on, yeah, let's just keep throwing all kinds of different stuff going on there.
Well, Winter Storm Thor also has its sights set on Chicago. Snow's already been coming down this morning.
Right, and Reynolds Wolf, we have no visibility behind you. The airport completely, we've been seeing stopped up there. And do you think it's a visibility issue or a surface issue?
Kinds of problems out there. You guys got me loud and clear? Hey guys, earlier this morning we had all kinds of issues, obviously due to that big swath of snowfall that came through. So you had all kinds of headaches at both major airports here in town. The roads were a mess too. Roads, though, are improving as temperatures continue to go up. I'm going to kind of step out of the way a little bit, and across the way, Commerce obviously does not stop here in the Great Lakes, although Mother Nature has made it difficult with all the ice that you see across the region. Guys, it's amazing. This is going to be a problem. It's not going to be affecting people just here in Chicago, but across much of the Midwest, the Great Lakes, affecting millions, guys. Kelly?
Is for sure, Reynolds. It sounds like kids cheering and having fun around you, by the way. We're going to check back in with you in just a second. We want to talk about the busy radar that's going to get only busier as we go through the day. You see the blue on the map? That indicates some of that snow that's moving into southwestern Michigan, but we are concerned about that purple and the pink. That is more of a wintry mix, the purple especially, where we're getting some of that freezing rain with warm air aloft and freezing right at the surface. We've got 29 degrees South Bend with icy conditions. Even Chicago, we've got that icy condition as well. Even though the precipitation has moved off, you still have to watch out for some of those bridges and overpasses. Some of those untreated surfaces, neighborhood streets, that kind of thing could still be a little tough to go on. So here's a look at our timing for the Windy City. You've got the clouds around through about 11 o'clock. You saw from Reynolds' shot, he's in that break right now, although the clouds are pretty thick out there and low. We do have a few showers. That's right, rain showers coming through this afternoon as you're getting the kids at the bus stop at 3 o'clock. Temperatures will be above the freezing mark at 37 degrees. And then we've got the clouds that will continue to be with us all the way through later on this evening. But of course, then we've got another batch of precipitation that's going to be moving in during the day tomorrow. And Kate, I know you've got more on the impacts elsewhere across the Midwest.
Indianapolis, one of those spots that we're definitely seeing that freezing rain come down. We've heard of a lot of accidents in that area as well as in Chicago. There's where the freezing rain is changing over into rain just on the west side of the city. You'll notice it's still 30 degrees there, though, so we could see icing on the ground. Dayton, Ohio, another place that we're concerned for icing. Cleveland, you're also at 27 degrees, so just to the north of there, we've got this very large snow swath. Some of those bands have some pretty significant snow amounts in them. It's going to be coming down pretty hard, pretty fast, but if you go just a little bit south, you start getting into this freezing precipitation, some of that falling on top of snow, and obviously that means that your driving is going to be incredibly difficult. You could be seeing ice that you don't know about and that you can't really detect. Where's it snow? Where am I going to have traction? Where am I going to have ice? So that's concerning for today. Here's what we've got in a little bit wider view here. Minneapolis, you've seen that snow start to taper off. Green Bay, you're still in it. Alpena, clearly most of Michigan, still right in the mix there. But as you get a little bit farther off to the west here, where we have blizzard warnings in place, are spots like Fargo, where we've got wind gusts at 38 miles an hour. We've been consistently seeing those wind gusts in the blizzard range, so it doesn't have to currently be snowing for it to be a blizzard. I don't have confirmation right now, Kelly, that those are blizzard conditions, but it's certainly a possibility.
It is a possibility, even with snow not even coming down, but just already on the ground. I'm here with Mike Bettis. You know, March is a transitional month, and it's like that season where we're clashing the warm versus the cold. Who's going to win it out? And that also determines different precipitation types.
Yeah, it can be a very frustrating month. I think so many people are kind of like, okay, I'm really over winter now, so let's get to spring. But usually March does bring us some pretty big snows across the northern states. This is an interesting forecast, Kelly, because so much is dependent on the temperatures. And we know initially that everything's going to be cold enough where it's snow. And we already have the snow. Snowing fairly heavily right now in western PA and western New York. Now starting to see some of those heavier snow bands come right through central Pennsylvania. So Williamsport to Hagerstown, Harrisburg, these are all areas where we're going to get some pretty decent snow accumulations, shovelable snow at least. So winter weather advisories, usually in this part of the world, it means roughly 3 to 5 inches of snow. And those alerts go all the way up through New York and Hartford and Boston. But the map gets so colorful, blue being snow, pink being usually sleet, and then the purple being freezing rain, green is just plain old rain. And it changes over from blue to pink to purple to green as we go through today and tonight. So over a matter of just a couple of hours, it's going to change for you in a place like New York. So let's run this through you for you in New York, all right? So snow begins middle of the day today. Snows for a couple of hours, then changes over probably just before midnight to rain in New York. So that's going to probably limit how much snow you initially get. And then off and on rain through the day tomorrow, and then maybe even through tomorrow evening.
Just when you think you're done.
Just when you think you're done, back it comes. Because now, notice this. Tomorrow night, you go to bed late, maybe around midnight or so, you're going to see that transition back over to snow again, and we'll get a couple of inches on the backside. So it's kind of like bookend snowstorms for us here in New York. And then it snows fairly heavily through the overnight. And I think Thursday morning's rush hour around New York could be really, really tough for us. Just keep that in mind. Could be a couple different scenarios the next couple of days for rush hours. So Boston, for us, maybe just a little bit later, snow begins right around the end of rush hour, around 7 o'clock this evening, switches over around midnight here to a little bit of sleet, and then it quickly goes over to rain. That happens just a couple of hours later, and it likely stays rain through likely most of your day tomorrow, and then we too switch over around midnight Thursday to a little bit of snow. So here we go again. Same forecast, 2 different cities.
All right, but how much snow? That is key, right, Kate?
Absolutely. Just 3.6 inches to go, in fact, in Boston. Still chasing its snowiest season on record. The 20-year-old record could fall this week. Mike Seidel is live in Boston here. He hopes to get the T-shirt.
Good morning, Kate and Kelly. Looking at the new American model from this morning, we'll give you the details on how much snow it's saying is going to fall here over the next couple of days. That is next here on Weather Center Live from Boston.
Back support. If you need it, you know it. Introducing CopperFit Back Pro, the ultimate copper-infused compression garment for maximum lower back muscle support.
I played 20 years in the National Football League. No one took a beating like I did. As soon as I put on CopperFit, I could feel the support. Oh, yeah. This feels good.
Designed to provide everyday support, comfort, and relief for lower back muscles.
As soon as I put it on, I felt an immediate change. The support was amazing.
I'll put it on and almost instantly it just makes it go away. It's like magic.
I'm more mobile. I get to move around better. I feel like I can just do whatever I want, whenever I want, as fast as I want.
Keeps all those muscles back there relaxed.
I've had more energy. My kids can't keep up with me now.
High-performance compression fabric infused with the powerful properties of copper.
Hey, I pushed this belt to the max, and it's performed at the highest level. I put it through everything but getting hit. Oh, no, you don't. And it passed the test. Oh, man, I still got it. It feels great, you know. I'm able to do all the things I've done before. Where was this when I was playing in the National Football League?
A slick, form-fit design for greater mobility creates a perfect fit for any size body.
I was a little skeptical, but once I put it on and wore it, then I saw the results.
When you can't do the things that you imagine, it starts to get frustrating and depressing, and now this is giving me a new confidence.
Call 1-800-671-7507 or on the web at copperfitback.com. For only $19.99, you'll receive one lightweight back belt, form fit for your size and comfort. Order right now, and your shipping is free.
There's no reason to torture yourself. Put the product on, give it a try, you're going to feel better.
Look, if you want the power to stay active, then you want CopperFit.
Experience the relief of compression support. Feel the power of CopperFit back.
3,000 years of history waiting to be discovered.
Body was found this morning.
Do we have any suspects yet?
It's my job to find out what happened. It's time.
Someone wants to find it or died trying.
Dig, Thursday at 10 on USA.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 83. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 72. Winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunshine along with some cloudy intervals. High 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This March,
One man's trash
did the work.
is another man's totally awesome beer can space heater.
Hi. Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Sometimes, bigger is better. But other times, bigger just gets in the way. At Brother, we know the biggest printer isn't always the best fit for every office. So we've come up with a bigger idea. Don't supersize, optimize. See how we can help you put the right printers in all the right places and help reduce your costs. Now that's big. Brother, at your side. Learn more at don'tsupersizeoptimize.com.
Why are you deleting these photos?
Because my teeth are yellow.
Why don't you use a whitening toothpaste?
I'm afraid it's bad for my teeth.
Try Crest 3D White.
Crest 3D White Diamond Strong Toothpaste and Rinse. Gently whiten and fortify weak spots. Used together for 2 times stronger enamel. Crest 3D White.
Claritin D presents 2 allergy sufferers. One had allergies with nasal congestion, so he tried the newest allergy spray, which could take several days to feel the full effect of relief. The other went straight to the pharmacy counter for the fast, powerful relief of Claritin D. It's tough on allergies with nasal congestion and starts to work in just 30 minutes. The moral? Nothing works faster than Claritin D. Find it at the pharmacy counter and live Claritin Clear.
We're almost there on the snow total.
Almost there.
Second snow. You know, Kelly, if we are going to go to Boston and we're going to say, hey, you know what? We've had the second snowiest season. That doesn't cut it. I want first snowiest so I can get the T-shirt. I survived.
Yeah, exactly. Might as well tell the grandkids, hey, I was there for the snowiest season ever, because right now the #1 spot is the mid-90s. But we're not too far away with that 104.1. Yeah, we could easily do it, just a few more inches.
And we have snow in the forecast. That's why our Mike Seidel is standing by there in Boston. Obviously, it's not snowing there right now. It actually looks very nice today. However, we have 2 rounds of the snow coming up. Do you think we're going to hit the mark?
It's not a slam dunk. We have to see how much of that moisture gets back in here, especially after midnight Wednesday and Thursday morning. The new American model, the GFS from this morning, has come in, and it is printing out liquid-wise 0.07. Now, the temperatures are going to be about 20 degrees, so that's about a 15 or so 1 ratio. So 0.07 is going to give you a little over an inch of snow, plus whatever falls tonight. That's assuming the model is correct. It may be off. It may get a little bit more juiced up as we go down the road. So it's not a slam dunk, but we're going to be here right on through to County Reflake for you. And they're still shoveling and digging out across the streets of Boston. They've had over 8.5 feet of snow since the, 23rd, 22nd of January. 3 big storms, double-digit totals, and as you can see out here, it's everywhere. In fact, the parade organizers for the St. Paddy's Day Parade on the 15th are urging locals and residents and businesses to kind of dig out the parade route. I don't know where they're going to put the snow, because they've already plowed out and they've used front-end loaders and bulldozers to get the snow all the way to the parking meters and the gutters. So that's quite the chore. We'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, let's check that forecast with Kelly and Kate for tonight and again Wednesday night and Thursday for that frozen precip.
Yeah, Kai, Mike, stay king of the hill right there. Don't
I'm
fall
not
off
sure
that
where
heap.
that snow. You're right. Where are they going to put the snow?
Yeah, we're going to just add to that a little bit. Mind you, we will have some rain mixed in too. But look at that. Yeah, 4 inches easily down toward the Cape even. We're expecting 6 or 7 inches.
Now, if you go a little farther north into Lowell, that's where we're actually going to be more like 2 inches. But reminding you, we kind of have 2 rounds of this. So we have the front end, and then as Kelly just said, we have the rain in between, which is going to add to the weight of the snow on your roofs.
Yeah,
and then we're going to put some more snow on top of that. And it's been difficult to do some training, I think, out in the snow as well.
Yeah, let's bring Mike back in and talk about that, because I know folks are trying to run through the snow, but it's like a maze, right? Labyrinth.
It has been tough. You've got these narrow canyons where they shoveled out, and you can't run through there because there are people walking in both directions. So that's forced a lot of runners here to put on bright colored clothing for safety and head out to the streets. They've also had to adjust their training schedules because they couldn't get out with all the snow and ice. They've been indoors on indoor tracks and treadmills, ellipticals, and basically it's been quite the challenge because this is when they ramp up their training leading up to April 20th. And one more note on the flood potential tonight, very low here because we're not going to get a whole lot of rain, maybe a 1/4 of an inch of rain, then it winds down tomorrow morning, then we come back with the snow Wednesday night and Thursday. So we're not going to have the flooding potential here or the issues that we're looking at back through parts of the Midwest and the Ohio Valley over the next day.
Right. But Mike Seidel out there talking about the rain. You know, we've had a lot of roof collapses. You put just a 1/2 inch of rain on top of snow on roofs. That adds up to 2,600 pounds.
Right. And we are going to be dealing with perhaps a lot of flooding come springtime when all that snow actually does melt away. But for now, you can see the snow coming down. Buffalo, Erie, the darker blue, by the way, indicating some of the heavier snow.
And we do want to let you know that you're under a winter weather advisory right now in the Northeast. But it's important to keep in mind this first bout of snow that you see is not the end of it.
Right.
You are going to see a second swap Wednesday night into Thursday, and that's where you're going to pick up a few more inches.
Yeah, interesting forecast for places like New York City, a couple inches today, but then much more heavier snow as we go Wednesday into Thursday.
Right, so this is today through Thursday to keep in mind, kind of 2 rounds there.
Well, it has been weeks of freezing cold temperatures and plenty of snow, simply brutal weather that has kept much of the Northeast indoors.
And the results, cabin fever and winter weather fatigue. Coming up, we're going to find out what one Syracuse father did to keep his family's spirits up.
According to the U.S. Department of Energy, most homes have air leaks and drafts that waste so much energy, it's like leaving a window open in your home all year long. Don't let another year go by. Call Champion Windows at 844-4CHAMPION. And right now, when you buy 2 rooms of windows, you get the 3rd room free. Plus, Champion now offers no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. So call 844-4CHAMPION today. Because every home needs a champion.
There's nothing more romantic than a spontaneous moment, so why pause to take a pill? And why stop what you're doing to find a bathroom? With Cialis for daily use, you don't have to plan around either. It's the only daily tablet approved to treat erectile dysfunction, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right. Plus, Cialis treats the frustrating urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Why pause the moment? Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use. For a free 30-tablet trial, go to Cialis.com.
Build weather invention.
Wow, anybody else surprised it actually worked?
It was hard to believe.
Congratulations, you're down with Crestor. Yes!
When diet and exercise aren't enough, adding Crestor lowers bad cholesterol up to 55%. Crestor is not for people with liver disease or women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Call your doctor if you have muscle pain or weakness, feel unusually tired, have loss of appetite, upper belly pain, dark urine, or yellowing of skin or eyes. These could be signs of serious side effects.
I'm down with Crestor.
Make your move. Ask your doctor about Crestor.
Everyone loves the way dark clothes make them feel. And no one wants that feeling to fade. That's why there's Woolite Darks. Without harsh ingredients, it keeps darks vibrant for over 30 washes. So your love for dark clothes doesn't have to fade. For the love of darks, Woolite Darks.
The call and consultation are free.
Call 1-800-307-9899.
This March,
One man's trash,
this is perfect,
is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Stay tuned for your local on the 8s, brought to you by Olive Garden. Discover the delicious new things Olive Garden is bringing to the table.
It's back. Olive Garden's buy one, take one, starting at $12.99. Start tonight with our mouth-watering garlic breadsticks, freshly tossed signature salad, and your choice of irresistible entrees like new citrus chicken Sorrento. Then choose another delicious dish to take home for tomorrow, like cavatappi with Asiago garlic Alfredo. Go for dinner tonight and take home another entree for later. It's double the delicious. Buy one, take one, starting at $12.99. At Olive Garden, we're all family here.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 83. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 72. Winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunshine along with some cloudy intervals. High 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Syracuse University. We are looking at you guys where you could see another 1 to 3 inches of snow. What's another snow on top of the snowpack you've got already? Also a little bit of ice in play too, maybe about 1/10 of an inch there.
This thanks to Winter Storm Thor, meaning business. A winter weather advisory goes into effect at 3 p.m. today for that location. Now, the largest wintry mess of the season moving into the Northeast, and this is after storms that have dumped record snow for several cities, leaving millions of us counting down the days until spring.
That's right. Reagan Medji joins us live now from Syracuse, where we've had over 100 inches of snow, but it's also been such a cold winter there too, Reagan.
Yikes, I know, right? We're here at Syracuse University. Go 'Cuse, go Orangemen. So yeah, basically 2015 goes on the record in February here in Syracuse for being the coldest ever since records started back in 1902. And what was the average temperature? Well, normally it's 25.9 degrees, but February 2015, 9 degrees. So one family's reacting this way. They say, hey, we have cabin fever. We're done. We had it. We are packing up. We're heading south and getting out of here with this cold, wintry mess.
It seems like we've been at a stretch now where it's like the overnight lows are -10. It's brutal to be outside doing anything, even for the people who like being outside and this stuff. You know, to be quite honest, it's like you're dying for spring now.
Adam Herringshaw, who works at St. Joseph's Hospital and Medical Center in Syracuse, endured brutal winters in upstate New York his entire life.
Good job.
But this father of 3 young cheery girls reached his breaking point mid-February.
My daughter had a cheerleading competition in Atlantic City. Saturday afternoon in Atlantic City, it was a balmy 55. We were outside in shorts and stuff like that. How was it, Jem? I think that was the tip of the iceberg that said, listen, we made it this far. Florida's not too much further away.
But back home they went to the regular routine in Syracuse, surrounded by several feet of snow and February's average temperature of 9 degrees.
You just scratch your head saying, what am I doing here? We had definitely had it, at least I had. You know, a week later, we packed our 3 daughters up in the car and headed south.
And overnight drive took them from this to this in Jacksonville Beach, Florida.
I think it was a touch of cabin fever, and it was nice to be able to put a pair of shorts on and play some golf and things like that and get outside with the girls.
But soon, these snapshots of their week would be just memories as they had to pack up and head back north.
Coming back, I was in somewhat of denial. We wore shorts literally all the way back. So it was somewhat painful walking up our 200-foot driveway in 3 foot of snow.
Because as luck would have it, Winter Storm Pandora was there, waiting to welcome them home. Oh my goodness. So we had the coldest February 2015 on record, right? That was 9 degrees. The snow, boom, check it out. I'm like 5'4", and of course some of it has melted. It has resulted in the second snowiest on record, February 2015 at 59.9 inches. But those weather geeks out there are saying, well, what was the snowiest time? That was 1958 at a whopping 72.6 inches of snow.
Woo!
I'm done.
Drop the mic. You know, Reagan, we are those weather geeks out there. We are them. I'm just saying. We are the weather geeks. All
right. Might as well celebrate it and embrace it, right?
Winter Storm Thor is widespread, it's messy, and Chicago in the bullseye.
Yeah, we've got the rain, the snow, the sleet, all making for hazardous travel already. Some delays out there. Live coverage with Reynolds Wolf. That is coming up next.
This program brought to you by Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
When our little girl was born, we got a Subaru. It's where she said her first word. No. Saw her first day of school. Bye-bye. Made a best friend forever. Oh my God. The back seat of my Subaru is where she grew up.
What? The 2015 Subaru Forester.
What?
Built to be there for your family. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Boston Market introduces our 2 for $20 complete meal deal. For just $20, get 2 individual meals, like our all-natural rotisserie chicken, 2 classic sides, 2 drinks, and 2 desserts, all for a limited time, only at Boston Market.
Do you have a box of cleaners under your kitchen sink that you spent hundreds of dollars on and left you disappointed? Hi, Chef Tony here. Now, I love to cook, but it can get messy. So how do I keep my things looking new? This is My Cleaning Secret by Simonize. Now you can clean even the messiest of messes in just seconds with no scratching. Look at that. Simonize is a trusted name known for over 100 years. This one tub will clean almost everything in your entire home. Brass, copper, porcelain, stainless steel, glass tops. How about things like golf clubs, the rims of your tires, a rusty barbecue? Just dampen, dab, and wipe it away. Even the rust with no bleach. And it's made in the USA. Make something old look brand new. Look at that. This is the first oven cleaner you're going to use, whether it's burnt on, dried on, baked on, or caked on. My Cleaning Secret makes it look like new. Remove stains, tarnish, rust, or lime without having to waste the time. Call or go online right now, and I'll send you a tub of My Cleaning Secret by Simonize today for only $9.95. And I'll include this dual-sided microfiber cleaning pad free. It's soft on one side with a scrubber on the other. But that's not all. Order now, and I'll supersize it at no additional charge. And I'm still not done. Order right now, and I'll double the offer. Just pay separate processing and handling. That's 2 supersized tubs of My Cleaning Secret and 2 dual-sided cleaning pads, a huge value for just $9.95. We all have to clean. My Cleaning Secret by Simonize just makes it easier.
To order My Cleaning Secret for $9.95 plus processing and handling, call 1-800-944-3448. That's 1-800-944-3448. Or order online at mycleaningsecret.com.
You know those neighbors always making weird inventions out of junk in their garage? We just gave them their own TV show.
Come on, Wind.
I think I just made Mother Nature my bitch.
One man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 83. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 72. Winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunshine along with some cloudy intervals, high 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7.
Hey everybody, a busy Tuesday morning. Check it out. The map really telling the story, all the colors. Those are watches and warnings for just about everything today.
Those dense fog advisories starting to come down like we naturally see as we go throughout the morning. We start to get that sunshine, mixing that fog out of there. But look at the winter weather advisories. Those are not letting up. In fact, we even have a flood watch in effect, and we could see some of those advisories turn into weather watches and warnings, winter storm warnings, as we go throughout the next couple of days, Kelly.
A lot to watch, that is for sure.
Thanks for staying with us here on Weather Center Live. I'm Kate Parker.
And I'm Kelly Cass. So we're talking about millions of people being impacted by Winter Storm Thor. We're talking the wintry side as well as the rainy side and even ice in between. Let's take a look at Minneapolis, where we can barely see anything out there, Kate.
Yeah, the visibility very low, but we were checking, Winter Storm Thor causing big problems there just to the west of there. There are blizzard warnings, but we have not yet seen that visibility down to the quarter of a mile requirement that we need